What's up, everybody? Pete from the basement here at the Valiant booth. We're here with Kevin VanHook, the creator of Bloodshot. Thank you for being with us, man.
Thank you. Yeah, I'm a co-creator. I co-created Bloodshot back in '92 for Valiant with Bob Layton and Don Perlin. And I'm very proud to be here today with the movie coming up soon. And we just had an omnibus come out from Valiant.
That reprints all of the original Valiant stuff from back in the 90s, right?
Not all, but a lot of the original core stuff. So you have stories that start from the very beginning with Rise Zero, where we first introduced the character, and then Eternal Warrior 4, where we saw him in costume for the very first time, and just on up from there. And it even has some really nice little sneak peek at some of the pencil art and stuff like that from Don Perlin and from me, because I drew Bloodshot Zero as well as wrote it.
Do you have a favorite story that you did from back in the day?
I tend to say that my favorite story was probably something called Bloodshot's Day Off. And the idea was, you know, here you have this guy who in a former life had been a hitman. He is a hero, but he's had to take some lives. He's a rough and tumble character, action guy. He's seen it all. He's fallen out of an airplane by this point, like a jet, and survived it. And he decides to take a little trip to Puerto Rico and ends up caught up in a murder mystery. And it's like a busman's holiday. You never get to actually take a break. And it's just fun. Don Perlin and Dick Giordano did this great cover where he's sitting there in a bathrobe watching TV with a remote in his hand on the cover. And it's just a really nice change of pace.
So now there's a Bloodshot movie coming out starring Vin Diesel. What can you tell us about that, if anything? Maybe just a couple of little insights.
Well, a little bit I can tell you. I got to go on set last year to Cape Town, South Africa. And it was a really great experience. Got to see Asa Gonzalez and Sam Hugan. So Sam's one of the stars of Outlander for Stars. And it was, and Asa had seen her in Baby Driver, so that was really cool to meet her, and got to spend time with Vin. I think the fans are going to really enjoy it. It's a lot of fun, a lot of action. There's some really great elements from the books in it, in terms of the science fiction elements, and I think they're going to get a kick out of it.
That was going to be my next question. Is this based on a particular story or a set of stories, or is it just taking inspiration?
I think it's more of an amalgam of the things over the years. So the Bloodshot that I created and had a hand in was really more a mafia hitman who ends up going through this process and ultimately becomes Bloodshot. Later on, he was sort of revamped, and there's a character named Ray Garrison that's more of a soldier that has been through everything, and he's been experimented upon. And there's been storylines over the years that deals with false memories and things like that. And so a lot of this kind of stuff with the character, that it's all the things he's gone through are kind of incorporated into this one.
Now, for those of you not actually familiar with Bloodshot, he's been, correct me if I'm wrong, injected with nanites that have turned him into this kind of super soldier. His memory's been wiped, so he really has no idea of his former self or anything like that.
Correct. In the original books, he was basically sold into an experimental program called Project Rising Spirit, and it was ran by a guy named Hideyoshi Iwatsu, who wanted to basically gain immortality. And in the process, he would experiment on people, and they would typically burn out. And we called them speed shots, because they had all the powers and regenerative stuff and everything, and then their hearts would just burst. They just couldn't handle it. For whatever reason, mortality could. And so they literally replaced his entire bloodstream with nanites. And so those nanites are little tiny submicroscopic computers and machines that have the ability to go in and regenerate and recharge and rebuild him. So, you know, we had great scenes in the original book that I'm very proud of, like opening up a sequence with his leg blown off and him wrapping a car bumper around it to get the raw materials, so the nanites had something to work with to rebuild that leg.
That's awesome.
And it's just fun stuff like that.
So when is the Bloodshot movie coming out?
February 21st, 2020, to the best of my knowledge. And as far as I understand, and things change, but the trailer will drop November 1st with the new Terminator movie.
Fantastic. Now, did they give you a cameo in the movie?
Bob and I shot something that will more than likely be an outtake. It's not really designed to be in the film, but it was more of a cute little moment that we'll see if it's on the Blu-ray or not.
All right, I hope to see that, man. What are you working on now?
I do a lot of visual effects for movies and television. I just finished up work on a Liam Neeson movie and an Aaron Eckhart movie. And I'm waiting for a project. I supervise visual effects on a Netflix original last December called Power, starring Jamie Foxx and Joseph Gordon-Levitt. And so that's pretty exciting. I'm waiting, because that was a big budget film. Yeah. And that should hit relatively soon.
Fantastic. Kevin, I wish you luck. Thanks for coming on the program, man.
Thank you, sir. Nice to meet you.
We'll see you guys next time.
Take care.